when you're ready.
So, indeed.
Leon, what's your, what's your analysis of that performance? Did you get the performance you wanted, and what got you guys home?
Did I get the performance we wanted as a coaching team? We got the result we wanted, definitely, and elements of our game, I think, were good enough to get us home. I thought in the second half, when we settled on our defence and we didn't give away silly penalties, we looked really good and we created pressure, and we did enough to create enough tries. But I suppose it was there were periods of play that we won't be that fond at when we look at unforced errors and some of our decision making. Needs a bit of tidying up, that's fair to say.
Can you just speak to Mark Talia's performance? I mean, obviously 4 tries is big on a night like this. Is he the best wing in this competition at the moment?
He's on fire at the moment. Yeah, he was a difference really. Close to the line or in the middle of the field or wherever he decides to pop up, and that's probably his point of difference. Is he's all over the place, and you can't get away from him. He's always looking for opportunities, and whether he's off the back of a ruck, whether he's inside or outside 10, or he's on the edge, he's dangerous, and he's just hungry to get his hands on the ball, and he was fantastic tonight.
What's he done to lift himself? Because he's always been a very good winger, but it seems to he got better and better in the last year or so.
Yeah, I think it's probably what I just spoke about is his eagerness to get off his wing and look for the ball, and in the past probably wingers felt they needed to wait on the wings for the ball to come to him, and probably for us he's one of our best guys at popping up and becoming an extra player off his wing, and some of his other parts of his game, I thought he was fantastic in the air as well. We were putting some high kicks up, and he competed really well in there, and that was a big part of what we wanted to achieve tonight as well.
Leon, just on the other side with Caleb, I mean, how effective is it to have him chasing those restarts like that?
Yeah. I think that's probably, we're sitting there in despair because we just let in a try that we probably shouldn't have, and then all of a sudden Caleb's caught the kick off and we're back on attack, creating pressure, and that was massive for us tonight. And I think we were able to rebound back, but we do want to be a lot tidier than having to rely on those sort of plays, that's for sure.
Is it a ruthlessness thing, Leon, that you're looking for? I think you're up 19-3 and then you pull away again and then they come back. Is it that simple, or is it more of those unforced errors? How do you go about, closing teams out rather than letting them back in?
Yeah. Paddy, do you want to?
Yeah, there's probably different elements of staying in the game, and obviously we trained during the week to sort of finish different periods of the game strong, especially in the second half of the first half, and then probably mainly the last 20. So there's elements of probably a bit of leadership where we just have to stick in and grind hard, and then others where we just probably lacked a bit of decision making, like Coach said before. But it wasn't the tidiest game, but we shouldn't have to rely on our wingers to pull us out of that one.
Do you think the bones are there, Leon, in terms of forward pack in particular? I think the line out, they lost 5 throws, some really dominant ball carries that set the platform.
Yeah, you can't take away from a really good Hurricanes team that have been putting teams to the sword all year, and scoring lots of great tries, and it would be remiss to say that they're easy beats by any stretch. So we were challenged. I thought their carries and cleanouts were vicious, and I thought they come to play and put us under pressure. And at times I thought we resisted that really well. And our forwards went to work, and we weren't always perfect, but we were. The attitude was there, and the accuracy wasn't always there. But that's for us to keep working on, and as we get into the business end of the season. But there's enough there that you can pick out that performance to give us plenty of confidence.
Leon, you've got plenty of contenders at 12, but you've gone for Bryce. Did tonight demonstrate why? I mean, he's a bit of a difference maker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on top of his game. He's reaching his sort of peak. As a 35-year-old, still a slow burner. No, he's been fantastic, and you sort of just can't not pick him at the moment, and that's what you're wanting from your players. Because the guys at his leapfrog have played good rugby as well, and it's hard to have those conversations when they're not doing a lot wrong. So he was massive tonight, and the conditions probably suited him, a little bit greasy on top, and You know, he was able to give us that game line when we needed and make those plays. Like that little grubber through. He's a bit more than a heavy ball carrier. He's a smart footballer.
Reckon he could play for your Blues?
I think he wouldn't let himself down. You know, he's never let us down. Since he's been with us, I don't know if he's had a bad game, and I genuinely mean that. So, you know, given the opportunity, I don't think he'd let them down either.
Patrick, a couple of weeks back, I think it was Daniel Halenga who talked about you guys are looking to find a later peak, or to peak a bit later than you did last year, because he felt the Blues tailed off just a little bit, and trying to find that peak in a more timely manner, you know, later in the season. How do you feel the team's travelling, and do you feel like you're building towards a nice peak at the right time?
Yeah, I agree that there is a good feeling, and I think with the consistency of how we plan, or the results, I think we can say that we're heading in the right direction. I think one more game to go. Obviously, we've got a final spot locked up.
It's been locked up.
It's been locked up, so finals footy, anything can happen, and I think based on the result of last year, and obviously I wasn't here last year, but I was in and around the team, probably get the feeling that there's another level to go, so we'll get through next week diligently and how we have to, and then look forward to that semis or quarter final as we have to.
How big a step was tonight towards that home quarter-final, Leon, given you're jostling with the Hurricanes for that spot probably?
Yeah, look, confidence. I think, you know, when we review it, we'll say, hey, look, when we did what we said we were going to do, we look really good, and these are the areas that we can tidy up on, and that's going to give the guys confidence. You know, to beat a Hurricanes team when it's all up for grabs is a good sign for us. You know, we can take confidence out of that as well. So we're probably going to meet them again, maybe. You know, or in the Crusaders and Brumbies and Chiefs, and we know that performance tonight probably wasn't going to be good enough, but we know that we're not far away as well.
And get Bowden back, expectations there next week.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, we haven't had that one ticked off completely, but we're hoping so.
How was the injury? Because Adrian Chope looked pretty injured at one stage.
Yeah, he's going to shoot away and get a scan on his shoulder, but I haven't actually heard how serious it is, other than he's getting a scan.
Sweet. Did you feel that? Yep.
Beauty. Cool.